We're going to talk about Oceanus Resources. I'm a securities lawyer from Halifax. I've built a lot of public companies. I work only with the TSX. I'm on their National Advisory Committee. This is the most recent one we've taken public. All those companies that we took public that worked in Mexico for the last 25 years, they built 3 mines, discovered millions of ounces. The last project, which wasn't in this company, but the previous company I took public, we bought an asset very similar to this one for $9 million. We bought another public company. We spent $9 million on it over 3 years, and we sold it to Agnico Eagle, the Santa Cruz asset, a year and a half ago for $120 million US all in. This is the next public company that we think has an asset as good or better, and I'd love to tell you about it. We've raised $15 million over the last 3 years in a tough market. We put most of it in the ground, and we drilled off 1 million ounces, 43101 compliant report, and open pit heap leach. But that's just the start for this 35-kilometer long project. That was the over 1.5 kilometers over the old El Tigre mine. We're in Sonora, and I'll explain some of that in a minute. We're 80 kilometers from the U.S. border, about 100 kilometers from the Pacific Ocean. I'll show you some of that in a bit. Big land package, that's why we acquired it. It's 30,000 hectares. Those are getting hard to come by in Mexico. We've only drilled off the middle 4 or 5 kilometers. We see lots of veins. We followed them all the way, 6 or 7, 8 kilometers on the project. But it was the old El Tigre mine that was on it. Always looked for a new mine over an old mine, 1900 to 1925, an American mine. Big mine, 14 levels, went down half a kilometer, 1,600 meters. We did all our drilling over that. They took out the half a meter, super high grade. Average grade over the 25 years is why we acquired it, and my team brought it to me, was 1.3 kilos silver. It's a real silver project, and 8 grams gold. We drilled over that. They took out a meter stope. You'll see we drilled a vein around it, 100-meter intersections in the 30,000 meters we've drilled. Most of them were a gram and a half. The old-timers didn't like it, but it's a pretty nice start for a heap leach. First 400,000 or 500,000 ounces in there, if you're guessing, is about 2 grams, so a nice start, but it's to the north and south. We're using the Verify app. I've got some of the cards up here. That's the new technology. It's based out of Canada. Your whole 3D model of your project is basically here on my iPad, and anyone can go look at it. It's an app you download, VRIFY. Go click Oceanus, and I got 10 minutes to talk about it, but they'll talk about that for. You can look in there for an hour. You can see everything. You can go underground. You can see the stopes. You can see all the mine workings. You can see the resource model, the inferred and the indicated. It's a pretty neat app, and anyone who's not on it should really get on it. I don't own any shares in the company, but I've been very pleased with the relaunch of the company using that app. We're in a very good area, as I said. It's a 35-kilometer land package. We're surrounded by some very, very, very successful mines. Cananea is. I wish I had diagrams to show you this. Cananea, we can see their waste dumps. One of the largest copper mines are to the west of us. Santa Elena is over there. A very good mine for First Majestic. Now we see that from our site. I think they bought that for $120 million. I think they had a great quarter with that asset last quarter. If you look just to the north of going south, you'll see the Mercedes is down there, Dolores. There's a group of Mexico mine only about 8 or 9 kilometers from us. But our Santa Cruz mine that I talked about, the one we acquired another public company for $9 million, put 9 on it, that we sold to Agnico 18 months ago. That's our neighbor also. So great mining country, Sonora, and we're excited to have this large land package to basically explore. We did what we needed to do right off the bat. When we acquired it, we knew if we drilled that first 30,000 meters, put it through the mine, we'd get 1 million ounces in an open pit setting. We did that. And really, it's just been, that came out in 2018. It was tough to raise that $15 million for a little junior out of Canada, but we did. We put it in the ground. I've really parked this story until now. I want to see the market come back. It's a great silver play. And if I get to show you what's going on to the north and the south, you'll be quite excited. The highlights were below the old mine, the 1.5 kilometers. We stepped out 400 or 500 meters. The veins continue. They never were mined there, and we had great mineralization. I'll go through some of those results. But when we got to the north, this is the exciting part. The mine is only 1.5 kilometers that we've drilled off the resource on. We've explored the next 3 kilometers. The veins continue. The old-timers never got to that. The reason was the Mexican Revolution. As you know, a lot of those American mines that have become big new mines, they left and really didn't come back. That that was never mined. We stepped out 2 kilometers with the last hole, it was not in the resource, of our last program, hole 144. We found a new vein in among the 2 that extended, the El Tigre vein and Protectora Fundadora. And the last hole we drilled was, I wish I had it here, it was 3.2 meters of 36 grams per ton. But what was very exciting, this hadn't been mined, same vein system, we hit a meter of 7.3 kilos of silver and 37 grams per ton gold. So that's what we were really testing up there. We wanted to see if we get into that vein, we knew the halo would be there, but were we going to find the core? And that's what those guys took out. Over those 25 years, that's all they mined. It was, when I show you the stope and you can see it, it was quite amazing to see what was there. But we're going to get back to work. We're going to we've been trenching to the north now, getting ready for a drill program. Those results should be out later this week. We've been up there for the past 2 months. Now the rainy season's over, and we're going to get the drill turning. And we're going to step out to the north. It's to the south. I'm sorry. We're going to fill in some holes there and add that to the resource. But that's not the exciting part. We know that's there. We want to start getting the drill bit in that undrilled El Tigre vein that's to the north on the way up to the States there, and we start hitting some of those results there in those veins. It's going to be very exciting. We've done this before, folks. We've built a lot of mines there over 25 years. We're very excited about this asset. Another one that's just to the south of us is the new silver, the Silvercrest asset. I was a market cap of 15, is now 800. We're in the same setting, old mine, high grade, super high grade. We just got to do the work, and we think that we will be a new emerging story in Sonora. Thank you.